We continue to celebrate America today. We must remember one of the most important foundations of our government, elections.
And we're still a few months out from this year's elections, but some new law changes could impact your opportunity to vote.
Tonight, ABC Action News reporter Eric Waxler lays out what you need to know when it comes to mail-in ballots this year and how to make sure your vote counts if you plan to send one in.
Election Day isn't until November 5th, but voters we talk to already know what to expect in the months ahead.
People have become so angry, and it shows every day when you go out.
I wish it was more peaceful, like in that sense, because I think it's important for everybody, regardless of what side you're on.
One change in the voting process that could play a major role involves mail-in ballots. In 2021, the Florida Legislature passed a law requiring voters to request a mail-in ballot before each election cycle. Pasco County Supervisor of Elections Brian Corley says ballots are no longer automatically sent from past requests.
If you were a voter who had a request on file, it was wiped out. Compliments of the Florida Legislature. So I know we had about 80,000 voters who had a standing request and it went away. We reached out to them and we're going to continue. They need to know is they need to re-request it for each election cycle.
A report in Politico found a more than 50% drop-off in mail-in ballot requests in Florida for the last midterm elections. Democrats say the change was done to suppress votes, especially for low-income voters and those with limited transportation. Republicans who sponsored the legislation say it was done to make voter rolls more secure. Corley says Florida's mail-in voting system was safe and secure before and will continue to be.
I think a lot of it has become very politicized. And I think some of the confusion is there are states that mail out ballots to every voter. Florida's not one of them. You have to request it, number one. You have to be a registered voter to request it. When you request it, we have to validate. You provide personally identifiable information.
Corley and other election officials are trying to get the word out to voters who still need to request their mail-in ballots. It has to be done at least 12 days before the election and can be done online. As always, there are many who still have questions about the election process.
If you send in a mail-in ballot, do you actually get something that tells you your ballot's been counted, thank you?
I passed that question on to Corley, who says proof your vote was tabulated can be found on your Supervisor of Elections website. With the possibility of thousands more people voting in person on November 5th, Corley says we could see much longer lines.
If we had voters who had consistently voted by mail and are now not going to, but still vote in person, that means you're going to be waiting considerably longer lines. And you can avoid those lines by simply re-requesting your vote by mail ballot.
Experts say while the drop-off in mail-in ballots could impact both parties, it could mean serious problems for Democrats, who have voted by mail more than Republicans in general elections since 2020. Eric Waxler, ABC Action News.